just try to leave the paper on it until you have it worked into the corners. This will just help it stay together. So once you have the base down, start pushing round to the outside. Okay, that should hold your corners. There. I'm just going to do a little patches on any little gaps that there might be. We're going to leave the excess. Okay, so just where it's a bit shy, we're just going to check it. It's okay. There's no holes. Okay. And we're not going to peel this off. That little patch there. Now, so we have our tray lined, and now what we're going to do is we're just going to get a fork, make a few holes so the air can get through, because we're now going to blind bake the pastry. Now, so we're going to use this paper. And we're going to blind bake for 10 to 15 minutes. I just have some baking beans here. These just keep the pastry down so it doesn't rise up too much. So that's going to go into the oven for 10 to 15 minutes at 180. We have the base in the oven and it's going to cook and it's going to cool as well. And while we're waiting for that, we're going to make the frangipane, which is the filling. So for this we need 200 grams of caster sugar, and we're going to cream it with 200 grams of butter. We've 4 eggs. We're going to use 200 grams of ground almonds, 20 grams of flour. I have some flaked almonds for garnish on top, and I have peeled and sliced 2 pears, and I've squeezed some lemon juice over them to stop them from browning. Okay, so to get this started, I'm going to turn this onto weighing scales, and I'm going to put in my 200 grams of sugar. First I'm going to put in the butterfly, 200 grams of flour or sugar, caster sugar, okay, and 200 grams of butter. That's a total of 4. And we're just going to pop the lid on and we're going to cream that together. So speed 4. Okay, so we've creamed the sugar and butter, and now we're going to just add the almonds. So set the scales, and 200 grams of almonds. I think that's what this packet is. and 20 grams of flour. Okay, I'm going to turn this on and I'm going to add one egg at a time. Okay, I'm going to add the eggs now. So I have 2 in already. Just going to add the other 2, one at a time. The mix is scraped down. And there's our frangipane. Okay. Okay, so here's our base, which has been baked and cooling. And we're simply just going to put our mix in. Okay, I simply just work that down, spread it out nice and evenly. Okay, and now we're going to put the pieces of pear in. I'm just going to stick them in a little bit and work our way around. You can use cherries or apple. These are fresh pears, but you could also use some tinned pears or peaches. Okay. Then we're just going to finish off with a sprinkling of flaked almonds. And we're going to bake this at 180 for about 30 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes. Okay, I'm going to put that into the oven. Okay, so our tart is cooked, and how we check that it's cooked, you just insert the knife in, take it out, and if the blade is clean, then the tart is cooked. If there's little flecks of batter on it, it needs maybe another 5-10 minutes. Now I've cooked that in the oven for actually 40 minutes at 200. I was wrong before. It's actually for 35 to 40 minutes at 200 degrees. So now this is cooled, I just pop it out. You can just take off those little crispy bits. Just tidy it up a bit. There we have it. Pear and almond tart. Okay, hope you enjoy.